Hello, are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, hi.
Hello,
Hi,
sir.
thank you. Yeah, so we'll start in few minutes. We'll wait for others to join. Uh, then
Yes,
after
sir.
that. Uh, so, uh, if you don't mind, then can you share your profile from where you are and which department or college you are and in which
Yes.
discipline?
Uh, Basically, I work in government service. I'm a town planner. I work in urban development department, government of Maharashtra. My job profile is the plan development of a city. We make development plans, road alignments, and everything related to that, reservations and all that thing. And along with that, we give the permission as per the relevant regulations. That is unified development, promotion, and regulatory rules. So we give permission underneath that. And I'm currently working in Nasik in valuation department.
Nice. Thank you for joining this course. So,
Yes, yes.
are you currently using GIS in your workplace?
No, sir. We are not actually using it. Our department as a whole is not using it. We are employing a third-party agency for
Okay.
that thing.
Okay.
And I have some. I've never touched GIS. I'm totally
Okay.
new to it.
Okay. Yeah, so here couple of like one or BICEG is there in Gandhinagar near to our campus. They are doing the same thing, like they work as a third party for if any construction project or anything is coming to how many parcels are going to affect because of the any project or anything which is development activity which are happening, and then do all the assessment using GIS and remote sensing data. Yeah, so
Yes,
these things are going. In Gandhinagar, this
yes.
BICEG is doing that. Lots of projects from Gujarat and across the
Actually, sir, there is a development authority, Nashik Metropolitan Development Authority. So it's a development plan preparation is undergoing, and
Okay,
my colleagues who are assistant town planner, they have actually visited Gandhinagar, IIT Gandhinagar
okay,
for that GIS based development permission.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Specifically, we do not have a specific department for that. We have some of the professors who work in this direction, but not still a fully developed part.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, good to have you here. If you have any questions as you are like just starting learning, so please drop a mail to us. I will be happy to help you.
Definitely, sir.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So,
Thank you,
hello
sir.
everyone. We are waiting for others to join. I think we'll wait for 2 more minutes and then after we'll start this session. So far, 3 weeks are completed. Are you like this solution of first 2 weeks are also being shared with you? So, are you guys facing any difficulty in uploading or anything in the assignment part or in solving the questions? Anything?
MCQs, the assignment questions are relatively very easy.
Yes.
Actually.
Yes, so like we'll try to solve like you can go through the couple of Microsoft forms are provided in the link. So you can also go through those like which we are solving in this class. So that will be help you further for preparing for final exams. I have seen in your class someone is asking the previous year question papers and sample questions. So for them, you can just go through this Microsoft Forms, which we are uploading every week after this doubt solving class, which will also help you to prepare for your exams apart from the notes. Yeah, I think we can wait for just 1 more minute and then I will start at 6:05. Apart from then, anyone else is having any issue or doubts? Any submitting issues, any feedback if you want to give. Yeah, I think we can start now. Uh, Hello everyone. My name is Hiren Solanki, and I'm currently fourth year PhD scholar at Department of Earth Sciences, IIT Gandhinagar, and I will be conducting this problem-solving session of Geographical Information Systems on NPTEL course run by Professor Arun. So we have conducted 3 weeks for this problem-solving sessions, and I think we have started a bit early. These problem-solving sessions we are supposed to start after 1 week of videos being uploaded. So because of that, team has requested me to conduct just a session so that it can cover all the week content and we can have like same pace afterward. So currently, I think some of you are not getting proper time to go through videos. So because of that, what we'll do today is we'll go through the same content of week 1 to week 3 again combined. And then after from next week, we'll go to the week 4, week 5 as we are going forward. So today's session is like a combination of what we learned in the week 1 to week 3. We'll solve couple of questions, MCQ questions, and then after in QGIS aspect, we will see how to prepare a map because I got request to teach how we can prepare map properly using QGIS. So I will touch upon that. I will spend time and do that as well. So that is the overall plan for today's session, and let's get started. So let me start the quiz. I hope this screen is visible to all of you. Uh, so if you want to start this quiz early, then you can scan this QR code and you can go through all the questions before only. Uh, Otherwise, you can follow along with me. So you have to try to answer the questions. If not, you can ask the questions. We'll discuss it on one by one also. And otherwise, I will tell the answers. So let's get started. The first question is which of the following is used for the boundary representation of an image object? So this is the encoding method which we use in GIS. Now, which of the method is useful for the boundary representation of object? Quad tree, projections, parallel encoding, and chain coding.
Option 4, sir.
Yeah, so the answer is option number 4, chain encoding. The next question is which of the following statement is not correct in the context of GIS? A raster data model makes use of grid of cells that are organized into row and column for representation of features on Earth. Vector data model represents the spatial feature on Earth's surface in terms of point, lines, and polygons. Resampling applied after georeferencing of vector data sets. And topology is used in vector data models to ensure spatial data integrity. So which of the following is not correct here?
Option 3, sir.
Option 3.
Option 3.
Yes, the answer is true. Why? Because resampling generally we do for raster data, okay, not for vector data. So this, if you want to make this statement correct, resampling is applied after georeferencing of raster data sets. The next question is, which of the following statements is not correct in the context of shapefile? It is an example of georelation data model. It is a topological data model. It treats points as pair of xy coordinates. In this, polygons can have duplicate arc for shared boundaries. So this will become very tricky question because most of it looks similar. We'll decode one by one. Like it's an example of georelation data model. Georelationship, it means like it has like geometry relations, basically let long as associated with it, which means it is true statement. It is a topological data model. So shapefile is not a model. Like how we save that shapefile, that is a model. You have term or the terms as spaghetti model. So that is how we are saving the shapefile. So basically, shapefile and raster file both are main files in which we call as if the data is vector data, then we call it a shapefile, and if it is a raster data, image data, basically continuous data, then we'll term it as a raster data. So rather than it's a topological data model, it's topological file format. Shapefile is a kind of file format for vector data, not a vector data model. So the option B is correct here. Now we'll see the other options as well. It treats points as pair of XY coordinates. That is true because we are dealing with the vector data. So it will save all the things as a XY coordinate. And the last one is in this polygons can have duplicate arcs. So if you have remembered the spaghetti model, it means like if you eat the noodles, it's like every noodles are like different. So they will share the boundaries, like they are together, but they have duplicate things. Basically, two polygons are nearby, but they have duplicate boundaries, not the same boundary. If we are using the spaghetti model, so this might be also true. So here the correct answer is option number B. The next one is Roger Tomlinson is credited with the father of GIS title primarily because he did what? So developed the first commercial software for Esri. Create, yeah, he created a computerized
Option
system
3.
to manage overlapping underground municipal network in Ottawa, Canada. Invented the process of 1854 cholera mapping and developed the first global navigation system.
Option B, sir.
Yes. So it's all start with developing a underground tunnel like pipe network because whenever the people from municipality are going to repair something, they are causing a lot of damage to the other telephones lines and other things. So he came up with the idea of representing the how much depth we have to dig and how much layers are there. So at which depth to dig so that it will not affect and from where to dig so that it will not affect the other facilities. So layer of layer of different facilities like municipal sewage network, water network, telephone lines like that. So he used for that purpose first of all, and then uh, Israeli people came, and then in 1854, the first time these maps are became popular for mapping out the cholera disease. So here the correct answer is the father of GIS, Roger Tomlinson. He did a created a system in computer for managing the underground municipal network. So option B is correct. The next one is in the information hierarchy. How does data differ from information? Data is the highest level of knowledge, whereas information is raw fact. Data becomes information only after it is processed, analyzed to answer a specific question. Information is raw fact while data is model used for prediction. There is no difference. The terms are used interchangeably in GIS.
Option B.
Option B, yeah. So data becomes information once we process it. So the option B is correct. So why do we need information then? Like what will do with information? Let's say if we got information from data, what will we do after that? So the
Um,
question is why do we
Solve
need
a
information?
particular
So basically to solve some problems or we can say to take some kind of decision. Okay, so we have a data of all the students. Then after we want to train students who are a little bit weak in a given subject. Then we'll process the data and we'll gather the information. And based on that, we'll take the decision that the students will get some more times of school hours or some more assignments so that they can improve their scores. So basically to get some decisions, we need information. So it comes like data to information and then to decision making. Option B is correct here. The next one is which GIS component is described as a blueprint or documented plan that ensures organizational continuity? Hardware, data, method, and people. So what do we mean by blueprint? What does blueprint or plan shows? That how to do something. Okay. It shows the steps or the part how we'll do that thing one by one. So which of the following looks like that?
Option C, sir.
Yes, the correct answer
See,
here is methods. In between, if you have any doubts or if my voice is not audible properly, screen is not visible, please unmute yourself and let me know. The next thing is a spaghetti model is considered non-topological model because of it stores data in 2D matrix. It represents only point data and cannot represent lines. It is exclusively used for 3D surface reconstruction. It lacks partial relationship between adjacent features leading to overlapping or gaps.
option B.
Option number what?
So D.
Okay, so correct answer here is D. It lacks this partial relationship between the adjacent features. D. Option number D. Okay, so it's like the as I
So
told.
voice is breaking down.
Yes.
Voice is getting break down.
Okay, we'll take one by one options. So it stores data in 2D matrix. So that is true because we'll store how the each and every coordinates are being represented. Now it represents only point data and cannot represent lines. So that is wrong. Okay, because like it is a topological model and because of that, sorry, it is a non-topological model. Okay, so uh, yeah, yeah, we can represent line as well, but yeah, we cannot say that whether the line is like topology means what? That you can represent the adjacency between each and every feature, that this feature is near to this feature. Okay, they are crossing each other or they are near to each other. So that is being mean by topology. Like you will explain that this node is connected with this or this is connected with this line. This edge is considered connected with this polygon. So if any common features are that, the adjacency we will represent using in topological model. But if we see the spaghetti model, as the sir also told in class, that spaghetti model like it's noodles or Maggi, like if we have. So what's the problem there is every thread or every like noodles is different than each other. They do not have any information what the other has because they represent individual features rather than the connected features. So the main reason that this spaghetti model is not a non-topological model, it is because the what is beside it, what is adjacent it does not have any information about it or what is going to be overlap or whether it's a gap or not. Okay, but yeah, if we use spaghetti model, we can represent line also because it's a name only. So like spaghetti, which represents line as well. So we can represent line, point, and polygon. But the problem is we cannot say the details about the adjacent features. So that's why option D is correct here. Any doubt in this? Okay, let's move to the next. What is the defining characteristics of planar enforcement in topology? It allows lines to cross without creating node. It ensures that every crossing point of two lines becomes a node defining the intersection. It converts all vector data into raster grids automatically. It restricts GIS data to only one attribute per file. So if you think here, the planner enforcement word, it means everything should be in one plane, in one layer. So what is the option which is relevant to that? Just think in that sense.
Option yes, sir.
Option A, what A says is it allows lines to cross without creating a node. Okay, now,
Option D.
okay. So in it, okay, we'll go one by one. Okay, so we'll discuss option A first. It allows line to cross without creating a node. Okay, now what is topology? We can represent the adjacency, overlapping in a given shapefile, line point or polygon. Okay, now if we say that it allows lines to cross without creating a node, it means these two lines are overlapping with each other. So that information should be there in the planar enforcement. It means it should be in one plane. So if the two lines are passing or crossing each other, the detail should be present. So that's why option A is wrong. Why? Because if the lines cross with each other in a given plan, it's just one dimensional. Planar enforcement means it's just one plane, not the multiple levels or not the multiple plan. So if in one plan two lines are crossing, then we should show that how the two lines are crossing. So their intersection we have to show using the topology. Okay, so option A is wrong because of that. Now come to the option number D. It restricts GIS data to only one attribute per file. Now all these are the vector data, and vector data can have more than one attribute. We are not talking about raster data. Okay, so we can have multiple attributes as well. So this does not relate anything with the plan enforcement. But what I discussed, the correct answer here is it ensures that every crossing point of two lines becomes a node defining an intersection because they are in just one plane. So option B is correct here. And like we are talking about topology, so there is no need to convert raster to vector or vector to raster. So that's why option C is incorrect. So correct answer here is option number B. Any doubt? Okay. The next one is which statement accurately describes the storage of common boundary between two polygons in a topological model? The boundary is digitized and stored twice. The boundary is stored only once and both polygons shared this edge. The boundary is stored as a raster cell and the boundary is stored as a known spatial attribute.
Option B.
Yes, correct answer is boundary is stored only once. The next question is in the image versus grid distinction, which is true regarding cell values? Pixels in an image are typically positive integer, cells in a grid can be positive or negative. Pixels are always floating point numbers. Grids cannot represent continuous data like temperature, and both are identical and can only store 8-bit values.
Option yes.
Yes, correct answer here is option number A. Yeah, others are like pixels cannot have always floating numbers. That is not true. Grids can represent continuous data like temperature, so that is also fine. Then both are identical, like it can store more than 8-bit value only. Also fine. Next one is which spatial resolution would provide the highest level of detail? 1 arc second, 1 by 3rd arc second, 1 by 9 arc second, or 10 meter?
Option C, sir.
Option C. Okay. So others are in arc second and one is in meter. So first of all, let me ask the question: how we can convert from arc second to meter? What does 1 arc second means?
30 meters.
30 meters. Okay. So if we go 1 by 3, it will be 10 meters. So 10 meter, 10 meter, 2 times option is there. And if we go 1 by 9, then 30 by 9. So we will get around 3.33 meters. So highest level of details will be available in 1 by 9 arc second. So option number C is correct.
So can you repeat, please?
Yes. So what he told is like 1 arc second means 30 meter. Okay. Now if we go 1 by third, then 30 by 3, which will result into roughly 10 meters. Okay, now option B and C both has 10 meter. Oh, sorry, B and D. And 1 by ninth means 30 divided by 9, so which will result around 3.33 meter. Now if you want to provide highest level of details, then the spatial resolution should be minimum, like it will be minimum as possible. So here, because of that,
Okay,
the
thanks.
answer is 1 by 9 arc second. Why TIN, which is a triangular irregular network, often preferred over raster for complex terrain modeling? It uses regular grid to capture slopes. It can vary the density of nodes to capture sharp changes like ridge lines or break lines. It is easier to perform mathematical overlays than rasters. It does not require any coordinate information.
Option B, sir.
Option B.
Yes, option number B is correct. Stream order and level of education are example of which kind of data level? Nominal, ordinal, interval, ratio.
Option B, sir.
Option B, yes, ordinal. So it's from name only it suggests it's order, and that's why it's ordinal data type. If we have name or something just generic identifier, then it will become a nominal. Ratio and interval both are continuous data where we have numbers actually. In interval, like if we take a difference between A to B or B to A, it will be give a quantitative measure, whereas in ratio it has specific 0 point associated with it. Now, why must cyclic data such as aspect or longitude be handled carefully during the statistical averaging? It has no meaningful 0 point. Standard averaging of 359 in 1 degree results in 180 degree, though the true direction is north. It is string based and cannot be used in maths. And it represents a discrete feature like land use.
Option B.
Yes, option B is correct. Next one is Freeman chain coding reduces the vector storage by converting polygons into square blocks, encoding the boundary as sequence of unit vectors in cardinal direction, using success division of quadrants, compressing attributes into .zip files.
Option B, sir.
Yes, encoding the boundary as a
Option B.
sequence of unit vectors in cardinal direction. Yes, the true answer is option number B. Which raster encoding method is most compact for images with large volume of uniform areas? Quadtree, chain encoding, Huffman coding, and Freeman coding.
Option C, sir.
Option C.
Yes, option C. Anyone else?
Option A.
Yes, so here the correct answer is option number A, not the C, because like if we have quadtree, if you know that in that what will happen that it will divide your image into 4 different parts. Now if larger part is common, then what will happen that it will become just leaf node directly. And then if in the another table, like if just 2 classes are there, it will make a just node of 2 only. So, like if larger uniform areas are there, then quadtree is good. Chain encoding and Freeman coding both are similar only. Freeman chain encoding only. So both are similar, and then we have to represent it line by line, or else depending on the boundary. So because of that, it will also become very big. Whereas in Huffman, we have to do it according to the frequency of the pixels. Okay, so like uniforms areas are there, but still the information regarding the frequency will be used. So that's why that is also not that much compact. Okay, so here correct answer is option number A. Next one is if a quad tree division results in a quadrant having the same value throughout, then what will happen? It is divided further into 4 subsequent quadrants. It is converted into a vector point. It results into a leaf node and it's not divided further, and the algorithm fails there.
Option C.
Yes, it will become a leaf node, basically. The next question is, JPG compression is considered as lossy compression technique because of it achieves high compression by permanently discarding some image data. It can be restored to original quality. It is restricted to thematic map only. It uses 16-bit values only.
Option
Option
yes.
A.
Yes, option A is correct answer here.
Option
Which wavelet technology is designed for the compression of extremely large images with 50:1 color ratio?
Option C.
Yes, so this is very unique. Mr. Said algorithm proprietary software algorithm for compression. Next one is georeferencing is the process of compressing a raster image, assigning a real-world coordinates to an image or scanned map, digitizing polygon from satellite image, and calculating the area of tape.
Option B, sir.
Option
Yes, the correct answer is assigning the real-world coordinates to an image or scanned map. Ground control points should ideally be temporary features like cars or clouds, permanent features common to both the image and the referenced map, concentrated in one corner of the image, or only used for third-order mapping.
Option B, sir.
Option B.
Yes, it should be same in the image which we are using and the reference map which we are having. The next one is for first order, which is a conformal transformation. How many GCPs are mathematically required?
Option A.
Option A 3. And what is the formula for this?
P
P
plus
plus
1
1
into
into
P
P
plus
plus
2
2
by
by
2.
2.
Yes. So the correct formula here is P plus 1 P into P plus 2 divided by 2. So if we put first, then we will get a 3 into 2. So 6 divided by 2. So we'll get 3. Next question is, what is the mathematical requirement for second order, which is known as a affine transformation?
Options.
Yes, so
Option
correct
C.
answer here is option number C, which is 6 GCPs. In affine transformation, the y scale is often negative because of the satellite was moving backward. Image origin top left and geographic location bottom left are different. It compensates for Earth rotation and it is required for Huffman coding.
Option
Option
B.
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 Yes, option B is the correct one here. Which resampling method is best for preserving the original pixel value in a land use map? Binary interpolation, cubic convolution, nearest neighbor, and first order warping.
C.
Option C.
Nearest neighbor is the correct answer here. The next question is, bilinear interpolation determines a new pixel value by choosing the closest pixel, taking a weighted average of 4 nearest pixel, taking a weighted average of 16 nearby pixels, dividing the sale values by its RMSC.
Option B, sir.
Yes, taking a weighted average of 4 nearest pixel, option number D. Now the next one is, which resampling method is most computationally expensive, 10 times than the nearest neighbor? Bilinear, affine, cubic convolution, and nearest neighbor.
Option C, sir.
Yes, so the
Option B.
correct answer here is cubic convolution, which requires like 10 times, it's like very expensive than the nearest neighbor. Nearest neighbor is just putting the pixel value, so it is a very less computationally effective, like expensive. Next is a break line in TEAM is used for you to stop the triangulation process, represent linear feature like ridges or road where there is a sharp changes in slope, connected only the convex hull nodes, and increase the RMSE of the model.
Option B, sir.
Yes, correct answer to represent the ridge and valley lines. Next one is, in the context of pyramids, zooming in into a dataset results in coarser resolution, finer resolution representation, increased data compression, and conversion to a vector model.
Option B, sir.
Yes, finer resolution representation, option number B. The next question is, LZW compression is a table-based lookup table algorithm used primarily for JPEG and Mr. SID, TIFF and GIF, only vector file, third-order polynomial mapping.
Option B, TIFF and J.
Option
Option B is right, GIF and TIFF. The next question is, what is the root mean square error used for in georeferencing? To measure the displacement between the source and target location of GCPs, to compress the image size, to identify the free main chain code, or to determine the scale of team faces.
Option yes, sir.
option
Yes, so the correct answer is A, and the detailed version we have showed in the previous lectures as well, how it calculates RMS. Which data model is most suitable for network analysis, finding the shortest route? Raster vector team grid.
Option B, sir.
Yes, so correct answer
vector.
is vector data. The next question is, generally triangulation ensure that a circle drawn through the three nodes of a triangle contains all the other nodes, contains no other nodes, is equal to raster cell, and defines a convex hull.
No nodes.
Hmm. Contains
Option B.
no other node. Option number B. What is metadata? It's a data about data, it's meteorological data, it's oceanic data, or it's contour data.
Data about data.
Yes, so it's a data about data. So basically, who has created the data, when they created the data, who was the funding agency for creation of that data sets. So it's all those kind of information. If we talk about remote sensing images, so when this image was being captured, what was the sun angle, how much cloud cover was there. So all those will become a metadata of an image. So option number A is correct here. The next one is, which of the following is true about discrete fields? Discrete fields divides the study space in mutually exclusive bounded parts with all locations in one part having the same field value. No-lane classification is an example of discrete fields. Node discrete fields make the use of bounded features and soil salinity.
D.
A.
Option B.
No-land classification is an example of discrete fields. So land
Option A.
classification, yeah, option A, because land classification, if we see, it's a kind of continuous data, but we represent it as a discrete. Okay. Discrete field divides the study space into mutually exclusive, bounded by parts, with all locations in one part having the same field value that we do. The option number A is correct. Which of the following is false about nominal data values? The true computations cannot be done with these values. When the values assigned are sorted according to the sum set of non-overlapping categories, there are values that provides a name or identifier so that we can discriminate between the different features, and they do not support the multiplication or division.
Option C, sir.
Yes, so they are the part which will provide the name and identifier basically. Which of the following is true? Nominal and categorical uh, data values are not referred to as quantitative data. External and ratio data is known as quantitative data. Ordinal data refers to a ranking scheme or some kind of hierarchical phenomena, and continuous fields can have nominal data values.
Option C, sir.
Ordinal data refers to a ranking or scheme some kind of hierarchical formulas. That is true. Which of the following is an example of raster data in GIS? Roads, line, land use classification, administrative boundaries, and power line.
Option B.
Yes, land use classification. Okay. Which of the following is an example of the raster data format? .shp, geotiff, KML, and DXF.
Geotiff.
Yes, the correct answer is geotiff. The next one is what is the basic output of GIS or spatial data analysis system? Like once we've done all the GIS analysis, what we'll get at the end? Software, number, location, maps.
Map.
Option D, sir.
Yes, so we get maps after running a thorough GIS analysis, doing some kind of analytics on the given data. Now, in the further modules, what we'll do is we'll learn how to prepare such kind of maps. So what kind of things to consider in mind while making the maps, what kind of the elements of maps are there, how to do it in QGIS. So all those things we will learn today. And before that, I just ask anyone like, do you guys have any questions from the first 3 week content of this course? Any doubt? Anyone regarding this content or anything else? Submission part or
So when we can download this material, study material?
okay, I will show you. So you can go to the Swayam portal, okay, and then after go to this course. Basically, you can log in your account. I think like my screen is visible to you, is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can go to the Swayam course. Then after you go to the your courses where you have all the courses listed down. Let's say I have registered this course GIS. So I will click on that, go to course. Now, what I will do, if you come to this first page, then at the left hand side bottom, you can see problem solving session January 2026 tab is there. So you can click on that tab and it will show the problem solving session recording. So click on that and you will get this link. Click here to view the problem solving session lectures. So you can click there. So it will have all the lectures which we have taken as a doubt session class. The YouTube video recordings are there. And these are the questions which we have discussed in the previous classes, such as this one which we discussed in the class number 1. So there are 30 questions in this. So you can take this quiz so that it will prepare you for your exams as well. So once this lecture is over, I will upload the link of this Microsoft form also, as well as the YouTube video of today's session here. Apart from that, in this, every time when we meet for this problem solving class, we discuss some of the useful resources from which you can download the various GIS data sets for your project. So till now, we have discussed the sites such as MG Hydro for watershed delineation, Open Topography for downloading the DM data, and the sites such as the Ramsar site to see the Ramsar conventions and what kind of sites are there according to the standards across the world and what are the characteristics. And then if you want to learn GIS by yourself, basically the QGIS, then you can download this data set. So this data is from Delhi. So it has metro network, metro stations detail, and Delhi zone boundary, ward boundaries, shape files. So all the shape files of Delhi are given here. So it contains a lots of raster and vector data both. So if you want to practice how you can do different kinds of things which we are doing in these tutorial sessions or which are being demonstrated in the class, you can use these data sets and you can perform along with me or afterwards whenever you are interested, or you can do the study by yourself as well. So from this you will get all the content. Is it
So my question is that whether I can able to download the today's class
today's class?
by today evening?
Yes,
After
yes. Once this lecture is over, I will upload everything. So it will take around half an hour to upload everything. After
okay,
that, you can get it.
okay, sir. Got it. Okay, sir.
Yes. These links I will upload right away also. If Google form questions which we discussed, that let me put the link in comment section only. So let me share that link with you right away. Okay. So I will upload this link right away here only. So you can download these questions which we discussed from here, and the recording I will upload after this being recorded finally. I will upload that in YouTube, and the link also you will get it from here. So I will upload this link also in your chat box. Okay. Yeah. Anything else, guys, before we move forward?
Okay, sir. Thanks.
Yes. Anything else? Anyone? Any questions, doubt regarding submissions, exams, or regarding the content of till the week 3? Okay. If not, then after today we'll see one site from which you can download again the GIS data sets, or basically you can visualize how this GIS data can be helpful for different applications. So here today we will see a GIS platform of different smart cities which are coming up. Okay, so here in Gandhinagar we have like Gandhinagar Municipality Corporation. They have their own GIS page which they use for monitoring the various assets they have. So basically, this is the where they have all the weather related data, all the data related to the informations of various parcels and different things they have. So all the details they have made in terms of GIS file. So how we can see those platforms of various things, and like what kind of data that you can like if you go to any government site, whether it's a Delhi, Gandhinagar, or any big major cities, you can download the different plans also, and then in those plans they will give the different maps. So then after you can use georeferencing, and you can download the like basically you can use those maps in your analysis if you are interested. Then all this smart city portal, like for smart city they are constructing various sensors for measuring the air quality, water quality, noise pollutions and everything. So for that also you can have this data set. So let me open there. So this is the Gandhinagar GIS page, and now it has this is information as given here: the colleges, food points, hospitals, hotels, and those details are there. So let's say if I'm interested in medical store, I will click on the medical stores, and it will me land me up onto the some of the portal. Okay, so these are the details, like you can search all kinds of places like banks, ATMs, hospitals, and you can search also. So all those things which are registered under the municipality, you can search it from here. And this is like how you can use this portal is to agree the terms and conditions. Now this is the, first of all, in the background we have OpenStreetMap base map, and then this is the black lines represents the within the Gandhinagar districts what are the sub tehsils are there, sub districts are there. So this Petapur, Andecha, Kolawada, wow. Also, these are the different zones of Gandhinagar city, and this is the main Gandhinagar city. Okay, and here, like if you are interested, see you can, if you can see, you can see the various medical centers as well. So those details are available. If you click on any of the locations, you can get in more details about those locations. Now, here the name of those locations are coming. Like if I will select any, let's say Adarsh medical store, it will go me and hover me around that particular location. I can change the, I can see the direction also from my location. What is around me? What are the other facilities around this medical store? That also I can check. If I will click on view details, it will show me the attributes. So attributes means in which ward that hospital or medical center is, what is the name, what is the field ID. So this is all are the attributes which we called is a vector data. And currently this vector data is a point data. So ward number, zone ID, sector number, ward name, all those details are available. Now this is just one layer, okay, one GIS layer. After that, total number of medical stores are 14. Now, if we are interested here, you can see the temporal data is also there. So what is a different temperature at different days? Okay, so that information, if we don't want that, we'll remove it. Now, what else they have here in this portal? So we have layers of different utilities such as government educational buildings. So if I click there, we can see the Anganwadi, government colleges, libraries, and schools. So if I will click on Anganwadis, it will just pop me up wherever these Anganwadi centers are there. You can see in this area over here, lots of there is concentrated, like lots of Anganwadi Kendras are there nearby. Now I can project like population data also, and then can check the how far that Anganwadi center is there from my home or from the people who are living in that area. Then after, let's say if I'm interested in the college buildings, then these are the government colleges, government libraries, then government schools. So every utility you can check. Then public utilities. So these are the private things. So various advertisement boards. So if you want to advertise your stuff, your company's details or anything marketing if you want to do. So you can think of like you can put two different layers and you can check out where the industrial areas are there and near to that which advertisement board is there or near the area where the highest traffic is there which advertisement board is there. So you can take this informations, take this data basically to get some information and based on that you can take a decisions properly based on this thing. So these are the commercial areas I discussed. Then the community halls, basically community halls like various events are being happened. Okay, so if any advertisement board is near to this community halls, then it will be highly like view watchable or the people will see it again and again, and then because of that, it will have a larger response. Okay, then we have fire stations where they are located, government offices, then hotels, then monuments, museums, panchayat office, parks and gardens. So these parks and gardens, they are also as a point data layer. Then we have the police stations layers, post office. These are the post office. Okay. Then we have restaurants. So similarly, you can identify the various areas and how they are connected with each other. Now, all of this mostly what we discussed, they are the point area. Okay. Now, along with the point, this smart city. Under this smart city, what do you have is this camera which we have installed at different locations. Okay, surveillance camera. Then after poles which are run by this electricity or solar or something else, those poles details are emergency call box if you are if you want to call, give a call if your phone is not working. So all these details like environmental sensors where they have kept to measure the different environmental issues. So everything is given there. Like if you are interested, you can like this is very good portal and become a good case study of like what a proper. So these are the vehicle detection cameras. Okay, so what if you are building a urban GIS or GIS for urban cities? then what kind of element it can have. So all those details are available over here, and you can just go and check that out, how the things are connected with each other, and what kind of level or what kind of data, at what way or what scale I have to collect the data sets. Now, these are just one thing, which is visual representation of different facilities. Apart from that, there is some tapes for property also. So these are the very high resolution details which will act as a like polygon data. So now you can see these are the very black lines. So this the problem is, if you go down and zoom it, it will show you the details of each and every building, like what is the plot number of that particular location. Okay, so this is the now if you are constructing anything, like if let's say you are want to make a new road or new industry in some area or new building, office building, then how much building it will affect, and to whom you have to pay the compensation. Okay, so those things you can calculate from this kind of layers as well. So these are the plot name and these are the plot boundaries. Then these are the building footprints, where the buildings are there. And then this is the property text calculator. So if you go to the locations, so basically for that you can use this property portal as well. Okay. So yeah, these are the data, and then if you want to report some problems, the Gurian cells is also there. What kind of service they are providing? So event planning, text collection center, so toilet finder, disease information, bin locator, or G bike or assessment book for 1920. So text collection. Now after that, you can click on which area you are in there. So let's say let me select this Powell area. Then text collection centers are given. Okay, so I mean, you can think about this, like what kind of details are necessary in multiple searches. It means considering this, what is nearby, what is like you can want to keep a more query regarding to it, so you can get more results of it, which is known as a proximity analysis, which we'll discuss in this class further on as we go for the future lectures. So yeah, this is a good portal to look into, like what kind of data you can have if you are building a portal for any smart city. Okay, so I think you get a good idea of what kind of data you have. You need to collect if you want to generate something like this. Okay, after this, I mean, this data is not downloadable. You can just take a map or you can create a map by yourself, but this is not downloadable. And this is happens with most of the government portals, that they will not give a liberty to download the data. If you need this data, you have to go to the municipality and collect the data from there in your hard disk or software, like in your pen drive. Uh, Apart from that, if you want to download the data sets, then you can download this particular page, how it is looking like, and then you can georeference the data. If you're interested in very small part, then you can do that. Otherwise, you can ask to the government offices and collect the data by yourself. Yeah. So any issue, any doubt in? So this is classic example of how a like particular smart city portal will look like if we integrate all the GIS related information. So this kind of portals are available for Gurgaon, Pune, Mumbai, like in Maharashtra, some also cities also have this kind of thing. Nasik is also having this GIS strength. So people are developing these portals, like Smart City Chandigarh also has. So uh, you can think of it like still lots of cities in India do not have this thing, and they are coming up as we have the smart city missions. So there are lots of job openings, and the skill requirement is needed for develop this kind of portals. Yeah. Okay. So this is what I want to share regarding this website which we discussed today. So, I mean, you can look into it further whenever you have time. I will note down this site into the sheet where I am providing all the information. So, let me write down that. Yeah. Okay. So, this is there. Now we have completed the two portion of this class. Now we'll move towards the GIS part, where we will learn to prepare a map, as I got a few requests from the couple of students teach us like how to prepare a map in QGIS. So we will go and do that. For that, what we'll do is we'll open a QGIS and we'll open just any blank project, and now we'll upload, like bring some data sets into this environment, and then we'll try to see how we can prepare a map out of it. Okay, so before moving forward, I just want to ask you any like, do you guys have any questions, query, anything? Okay, so if there is no any other queries, then we can start. I can start teaching you this how to prepare a map. So first of all, we need a data. So I will upload or just bring it some of the data sets into my QGIS window. So basically, let's me have this. I will have Delhi Metro Line data. Then let's say we have monuments. So one we have line data, point data, and let's say one we have polygon data. This three data we have right now. Let's say. Okay, first this layer is on top, so we are not able to visualize other two layers because they are at bottom. So what we'll do is we'll keep this layer at the back, and now you can see the metro lines, various monuments of Archaeological Survey of India, and then the zone boundary. Now let's say do one more thing, that if you want to incorporate the, let's say data related to the metro stations or any CSV data if you want to put, then how you can do that? Like basically any CSV file if you want to import into this QGIS window. So for that you can use this delimited text button. After that you can go to this three dots. Now from that you can select any of the CSV file which has the information of your data. So currently I am having data of Delhi. So yeah, say I want to have a daily hotels data I have, so I will use that. Okay, now in this data, what I have is I have two columns, which is latitude and longitude. So I will use those two columns, which will give me this partial reference. Ultimately, the file is CSV file, but I am representing that CSV file into spatial context by providing the latitude and longitude information. So you have to see which field is it providing the latitude information and which is providing the longitude information. And then after you select the coordinate system. So currently the data which I'm using, in which my data is in degree minutes and it's in WGS 1984 system. So that's why I will directly download, like consider this as a 4326, and I will click on add. So it will add the Delhi data of hotels as well. Okay, so currently I'm not interested in hotels, but you can do the open the CSV data in such way. Now, what we want to do is we want to make this Delhi zones little bit transparent. So I will click on symbology. Instead of yellow color, I will go and make it transparent fill. I will increase some width of outline. I will click on apply and OK. Okay, so this is the zones. Now metro line also I want to make it like such as a railway line. So I will go select the simple line. I will go down, or I can check like what kind of attributes, like different way I can represent. So you can see topo railway. So I can use this kind of visualization. So I will click on OK. So metro lines are being represented by this kind of thing. And this monuments of ASI, let's say, will represent it with the red color. I will click on apply and OK. Okay, so what we have till now is we have three layers. The first layer is representing the zonation of Delhi. The another one is representing the metro line, and the third layer is representing the archaeological sites of Delhi. Now we want to create a map of the same thing. Okay, so for that, what we will do is we'll go to project, and then after we will go to new print layout. Now we will give a name such as map 1, and then after we will click on add map. So basically when you consider on create a new map or prepare a new plan, it will open this kind of another pop-up window. So here we have to add one by one map component into this window. So first of all, the first component is the data of map. So that we can do using this button add map. So I will click on that and I will drag and drop in my screen. So it will create me a Delhi file. Now you can see this box is entirely there, but the data which I have, it's in the some part only. So what I can do is I can zoom in and zoom out. So you can just use your mouse cursor. So basically you can use this button first, move item content. Basically whatever inside your this blue box is there, if you want to move that thing, you have to use this button, move item content. So after that you go inside and you can move it from here to there, wherever you are interested in. And if you want to make it like increase the height or size of it, then you can use the zoom in zoom out button. So I have used zoom in zoom out here. Okay, and accordingly I have adjusted my map here in the middle. Now you can see here both side we have some extra space. I want to make it some kind of square. So for that you have to change this boundary or the size of the image which you have dropped down. So for that what you can do, you can use this select or move item. So I will select it, and then after that I will change the size. So it became square. Now again I will select the move item content. I will go inside and make it a little bit bigger. So now you can see the space between this, like empty space between these two lines are very less. Okay, so like this you have to adjust your content in a window. So that is the first part, adjusting your map data. It's within the QGIS map. Now once you are done with that, you can click on select and move, and you can keep this thing in the middle or wherever you are interested. You can keep it in same locations as well. Now first of all, what we want to do is we'll just want to put a border line. So you can go here on the right hand side, item properties. There if you go down, there is the option of frame. So you can put a frame, so it will show a frame. And now we got frame. What else we need is, can anyone know, like if we are preparing a map, what kind of map element should be there?
Coordinate system, scale,
Yes,
title, legend,
yes. Coordinate system, title, north direction. What else?
Projection.
Projections,
scale,
scale,
legend.
legends. Okay, so those things we have. So now we will see how to add those things one by one. So let's start with the north arrow. So you can click on add item. Then after you can click on north arrow and you can draw a north arrow. So it will add a north arrow like this. Now, if you want to change how this arrow look likes, then you can go down in the right side properties and you can, here you will see lots of option. So from there you can select a different north arrow, whichever you like. So, okay, so here you can select a emergency arrows. So arrows like from here, you can select any of the arrow which you are interested in. So if I am interested in this kind of arrow, it will convert it into this kind of thing. Okay. So that is a north arrow. Now another thing we'll add is scale. Okay, so we'll add scale bar. Now I will select a part. So it has added the scale bar. Here the units are in 0, 5, 10 kilometer. Okay, and this is like this. Now if I want to change this legend, oh sorry, this scale bar, then you can see here on the right hand side under item property, you will see the single box. Instead of single box, you can click on double box. It will show you like this. So I will currently make it big so that you can see the change. Okay, so that you can see the change whatever I'm doing. Now double box, then line ticks middle, then line ticks down, line ticks up. Okay, then after you can have step lines also, then hollow lines also, and then numeric scale like 1 raised to 250, 1 raised to 50,000, like that also you can add. And after that, like let's say I want to keep it like this, I will keep select this. Now instead of kilometer, if you want to represent some other unit, you can add that also instead of kilometer. If your area is small, you can keep meters also, feet also, inch also. Then multiplier, it means what is like if you will place 2, it will become like 2.5 and 5. Well, it means that whatever you get, you multiply it with 2, so it will become like that. Unit, yeah, if you want to write kilometer fully or kilometer in capital letters, then you can change the units like properly as well, rather than writing abbreviation. Now number format. So format currently it will go till the 6 decimal place. Round off it will do till 6 decimal places. Okay. So that thing you can check it here. Uh, After that, what you can do is here, like basically it will look like this. Then after average top, middle, and bottom scale, which is you can see there. Segments. Segments means the segments. Right now, currently we are having 2 segments only. But if I want to put more segments on the left hand side, so it will show in this side as well. But let's say in left side we don't want to put it, but on right hand side is we want to put more like this. Okay, so it's up to you if you want to make it more. And the fixed width, so here the units are in 5, so if you want to make it 10 like this, we can also do. Okay, then height, so if I want to increase the height of the box or this thing, I can do that. Right segment subdivision. Now if this is from 0 to 10 and 20 to 20, but if I want to put more subdivision into it, such as like this, okay, then I can do that as well. So it's like from 0 to 10, so I want to keep 2 lines, so I can understand 0 to 5 and 5 to 10. Okay, and then subdivision height I also can specify. So like this you can edit the minor details of any scale bar which you are putting. Then appearance will set the box margin label. So this is your box. So what is the box margin, label margin, line style, or what font you want to have. So font, if you want to change, you can go to the font and you can use just any other font if you are interested. So currently MS Shell is there. If I want to use monotype cursiva or something else, sans serif fonts, so I can select the font basically whatever I'm interested in. So these are the more classy font. Okay, so this is all about scale bar. Any doubt till this point? We have added 3 component: data, north direction, and scale bar. Any doubt till this point? Any doubt? Anyone? Okay, so if not, then we will see how we can add some more features. So after this, let's say what we have? We have legends. Okay, so or titles, or we have coordinate system. Okay, so how we can add those things? I'll check. So here we'll add item. Again, go there and add label. Add label means you can add any text. So I will click on that and I will draw and I will write anything whatever I am going to write. So I can write like ASI sites in Delhi. So Archaeological Survey of India sites in Delhi. And then here also if I want to change font and everything else, so I will select Palatino linotype. I can increase the heading also. If you want to make it from regular to bold, you can do that as well. Okay, and then it looks very blurry, so it's like you just click on this refresh button, so it will become proper. Uh, Now positions and size, if you want to make it justified, or reference point, like where you want to put in, so that things you can have it from there. Rotations, if you want to change, if you want to add frame or background, then also you can do that as well. So basically, further, if you want to go to font and you want to, let's say, make it anything change, like this center justified is there, so you want to make it in center or something else, then also you can set it from here. You can change the colors as well. You can add shadow also here behind the text buffer, like this. So basically, if you have any image with some background image, then it will be helpful. Okay, so those things you can draw background, draw drop shadows, or those things you can change the opacity as well. So yeah, all those things you can add it from here. So this is title. Okay, center. I want to keep it inside the map. Okay, so we have title, scale bar, and north arrow. North arrow also will put it somewhere here. Now the next thing is legend. So for that, what I will do, I will go under add item and add legend, and I will draw a box where I want to put a legends. So currently I have four things visible in my window. That's why it's showing four, but currently we have three data sets only in the map which I'm seeing. First of all, I will put the title of it. Let's say legend. Then hotels we do not have, so you can click on auto update. So it will update automatically. Um, Now, if you will remove this auto update, you can have flexibility to select what layer you want to put in and what layer you don't want to put in. So suppose I want to remove this Delhi hotel layer, then I will click on this Delhi hotel layer and I will click on this remove selected item from the legends. So it will remove it from there. Now, this things when I'm representing, then it is having this underscore and this should not be having any when we are representing this labels. So I will click on that and I will remove those underscores, and then other things. I will change my font Delhi Metro Lines. So we know it's from Delhi only. So rather than writing Delhi, it's just will write Metro Lines. And then Delhi zones. Okay, so this thing is there. Now again, this looks blurry to you, click on this refresh button, it will become very clear. Okay. Uh, so these are the legends. Now let's say sometimes what will happen that your legends will become too much. So in that case, what you can do is you can go below and you can adjust the font also first of all. So this is the legend title. So this is whatever the legends we have written. This is the title of like font of title font. So this like everything we will set into the Palatino linotype which we have selected. And legends will keep it as a bold and other thing as a regular. So this is the title. Then group headings. So if we have different groups, then the headings. So then after we have group headings, then we have subgroup headings, then item labels. Item labels means what you are seeing over here. So you can see it has, and then instead of 12, I will make it 14. will become a bit bigger. Okay, so I have added the legends. Okay, now sometimes, yeah, you also want to, like, if your legends will become too much, then you want to show it in 2 or 3 columns. So you can click on this column option and then make a 2 columns or 3 columns like this. So you will represent like this also. Now you can see here the in background white color is there, so that I'm not able to see the what is behind. Okay, so if you want to remove that background, you can go till end and you can remove the background from there, so it will only show the things. So now it's up to you how you can want to put it. So you can put the this lead bar up and then legend bottom in such a way that it looks proper. Then you can remove this scale bar to, instead of 20, we can remove it right in two side, we can represent just one side only. Okay, or two side. If instead of 10 we can represent 5, so it will become small. And then after we can put it here. Okay, so it's up to you how you can modifying your data sets so that it will look good. Basically the overall aim is people should be able to understand what you are representing. Okay, so we'll go with the earlier visualizations only which we have given. uh, so we'll go with the one column only like this. Okay, this looks good compared to the earlier one which we have selected. Now, apart from this, if you go to legends, you have further more things. You can add spacing, change the spacing also, position also, rotation also. So if you start doing the preparing a map, you will get to know, because you will explore each and every options, and we cannot discuss each and everything here in this class. So I request you, when you start doing it, explore those options as well. Now, what else is remaining in this map? Let's say coordinate system information or something else if you want to edit now. So you can add dynamic text which will change. So basically the map property. Okay, if we have added the scale, rotation, CRS, which is coordinate system. Okay, so units, its projections. So basically CRS, all those things if we want to give, so then we can give it there. Layout name, page count if we are providing one or two, project author is there, project title, so those details you can put it there, project author. So you can add the project author. So this is my laptop, so you can write it everywhere like created, or let's say prepared by project author. So it will detach the details. Again, you can go to font, increase the font size, or you can make the same fonts which we have used. We make it to 12. Okay. And we can put it here somewhere. Refresh it so it's good. Okay. Now, what else we need is add item. We'll go. Let's say what else we have. Then you can add HTML layer, attribute table, fixed table, elevation profile. If you want to add, you can add that. Dynamic text, like it will change as we discussed. Map properties, current date also if you want to keep when this map has been created. So you can add that as well. Then after who is using and who is creating these maps, those things also you can add. Apart from that, now we are requiring like coordinate system also you can edit from here. So I'm currently not adding it here. If you want, you can edit. Now from this, the next thing which is like the coordinates. If you see any map, the coordinates will be given. Sometimes this map is also okay if you are journalist or if you are working with social issues. People already know what they look like, so there is no need to provide coordinate system. But if you are doing a research, then it will go globally. People will not know what the location is. So there is a need of adding the coordinate systems as well here alongside the this boundary. So for that, we'll go to layout. Okay, basically we'll go to item properties. Basically, this map one will select, and this item properties, we will have grids. So grids option, and then click on the plus sign, and then click on grid one, and then click on the modified grid. After that, you have to select the grid type, which is solid. CRS type, if you want to show your data into degree, minute, second, always use EPSG 4326 WGS 84 if you want to show it as a degree, minute, second. If you want to show it in meter, use the corresponding coordinate system. Now, after that, I will select, let's say I want to show it at every 0.2 degree. So you can see 3 lines came. So if I represent my data as a 0.2 degree, this many lines will come. Now I have used solid lines. Okay, so that's why the solid lines are visible inside my map. But if I want to use cross, I can see cross, markers, I can see markers, and frames and annotation. Frames and annotation means like it will just show you the outer frame side things. So I will click on frames and annotation, that will come over this frame, so it is not visible right now. Now instead of no frame, we will write interior trick or zebra. Zebra means like this. If you want interior ticks, that will be interior ticks like this. Exterior ticks, interior and exterior ticks. We have line borders. So currently I'm interested in exterior ticks. And then after, if you go down and click on draw coordinates, it will draw the coordinates as well. Now, what kind of coordinates you want to keep? You want to keep it decimal. You want to keep it as decimal with suffix. You want to keep as a degree, minute with suffix, so that you can specify. So here my data is like degree and minute only, it's changing. It's not changing in seconds. So I will keep degree and minutes. And then if I will go down and if you see, I am hardly having any precision issues. So I'll make it to 0 because most of my data is like this. Okay. So now this I have selected my coordinates. Now I can also change the fonts for this. So I will select the Palatino linotype again here, increase the font size to 12 or 14. And instead of regular, I can make it bold so it's visible properly. Okay, so this is like how you can create a map. Now, is there anything missing in this map? Any details? Anything is missing here?
Maybe a border.
Yeah, so border is here currently, this border, okay. And we want to remove this part, basically, the thing, which is, you can say, blank space, because if I will upload this map, then this blank space will come. So basically I want to remove this blank space. So for that you have to click on the layout here, like, and then you can set the margin. Okay, so I will keep a margin of 2 mm in every direction, top, bottom, right and left, and I will click on resize layout. So it will create a proper box. And then after, what I can do is I can export it as an image. So for that, this is the button, export as image. So I will click on that, and I will, let's say, go to my downloads and basically the folder where I'm doing this thing. I will save it as a map. So DPI and all those things you can select. So now this map is exported. Now I will go to this folder where I have saved this map. Okay. And then after, it's in temp folder. So map plan. So this is the map which we have created. Okay. Now, so basically, when you are working with GIS data, you can create these things in this manner so that you will end up with doing this kind of stuff. Any doubt here till this point?
Sir.
Yeah. So now the
Sir,
thing is, yes, yes.
sir, I want to know whether the coordinates are georeferenced or not.
What?
The coordinates which are visible
Hmm.
are geographic coordinates or not.
Okay, so if you want to know that whatever we are using are are they georeferenced or not, what we can do is how we will get to know that whether the data which we are using are georeferenced or not. So we will use the map, and then on top of that map, what we'll do, we will add a base map. So I will add a base map here. Let's say Google Map. Okay, now if it is actually georeferenced data, it will automatically go over Delhi. If not, then it will go to some other locations. So currently I can see this data is exactly overlapping with Delhi region. It means the data which I have, it is georeference data set. If you don't want to check like this, you can right click and click on the property of the layer which you have. And once you see the property, then you can see, go to the information and you can check the coordinate system. If it is coordinate system in degree, it will show the which coordinate system it has. If it is georeference, it will show the proper coordinate system here. So from that you can check that whether the data is georeferenced or not. Now you can see, yeah, any
Thank
doubt?
you. Thank you, sir.
So now let's say I have added this base map. Okay, and now if I go to my previous map, okay, so what will happen is if I will try to export it, it will, like, if I will now do refresh, this base map will also come. So the thing is, if you do any change in the back here, let's say if I have removed this monument layer and I will do the refresh, okay, then this monument will not come. So sometimes what will happen that you want to show a bigger map and then smaller map and then again smaller map. Let's say you want to show a country, then state and then district. So that time what happens is now this map is fixed. Now you don't want to edit it. Basically, this map we have fixed. Okay, I will do the refresh button. And I don't want to change anything in this map. Now, whatever I do, it should not change within this what I have created. So for that, what you can do is you can go to the map tab like map 1, and in the item property tab, you can lock the layer. So I will click on lock the layer and lock the style for layer also. Style means the color and symbology. So if I will lock this layer, now whatever if I will do, if I will add this base map or if I will add this hotel layer, okay, then after I will do refresh also, it will not be visible here because whatever the content which is visible here that I have fixed, now it will not change. Okay, so using that, you can do the fixing. Okay, uh, now after that, anything else? Let's say what I discussed is that you want to add say like map like the city, or let's say we are going from India to Gujarat to Gandhinagar, or let's say India to Delhi to some part of Delhi. So for that, if I want to add something else, then what you can do is you can go again here, add map, and let's say if I want to show, let's say, a smaller version of it. Okay, so let's say we'll remove this hotel layer. I want to show this locations, okay, specifically using my, let's say I will put the Google satellite mode. Okay, so basically these details are there. Let's say this site is there. Okay, I want to show this site's locations with their details. So I will add the properties. I will add the labels here first of all. So single labels, and I will add the name of this site or monument of this name. A little bit buffer of it, and then after I will click on OK. So I will see Humayun's tomb and its platform, Laila Gumbaj, remaining gateways of Arab Sarai. So those things you know. Now you want to show it in this map as well. okay, by specifying in just one corner. So now here you have highlighted it, and then what I will do is I will just draw another map like this. Okay, now it will show me the Humayun's tomb here. So again, you can resize the content which you are seeing, and then what you can see, like now if you don't want to put this layer also, we got to know that it is the Humayun's tomb. Okay, so now what you can add here is you can add a label here, and you can write it here the name. So Humayun. Okay, so I will write something like this, whatever the name of that site is. Then after I will go to font, I will put a buffer so that it's visible. So buffer means like this, buffer. Okay, font I change if I want to change font, and then I will just click on this refresh button. Again, I will keep whatever I needed only, and then I will put the refresh button. So now I have added the one layer, and again I don't want to see that if I do something then this layer should go off. So I will again go to map 2 and I will lock that layer as well, so that if I do anything now this layer will not change. Similarly, what you can do, you can take the specific site and you can highlight here through labels or something, and then you can represent the different sites here, archaeological sites in your map. Similarly, if you are interested in Gujarat or something, a bigger part, or some of the state in which, so you can prepare a bigger map here as well. Okay, and you can show the details as well here that it's passing through along the river or the metro line or whatever you can want to show. So these are like multiple maps how you can add within a map. So that thing. So anything else, anyone, like how you can what else, like when you prepare a map, what else do you need, what kind of functionality do you need, so that I can explain in that way. So these are the basic functionality when we prepare a map. So here, if anyone has worked, prepared any map earlier, okay. If not, then there is no issue. So basically, like this is how we do a map preparation or preparing a map in a QGIS window. What else is still remaining here is there is a couple of more things that when we work with the raster data, then how we can represent the legends. So for that, what I will do is I will add one of the layer which is raster layer, let's say. So in the previous class, we have imported one layer. Mm, So we have added this raster layer. So I will try to incorporate that into my QGIS window. Okay, so this layer is there. Now what I will do is I will change the color of this layer quickly. Single band pseudo color, apply, so it will become a different colors like this. Now I want to put it as a, let's say, blending mode. This is fine. Okay, so let's say, okay, so this is the layer which I have. Okay, the I want to change the other thing as well. So you can see it now properly. What we will do it now is, let's say we want to represent this particular layer into our QGIS window. Okay, now we'll draw another map which will show that raster layer to me. So after that, I will move the content inside and out. Let's say I want to focus on some of the particular part only in this image. Let's say this much part I want to show. Okay. Okay, now what I will do is I want to show the colors also, that what does white color means, or white, basically the legends I want to put it here, how it like representing different colors. So if I will go add to items and add legends, and if I will do that, you can see this map is continuous map. Okay. So first of all, from this I will remove the auto update option. Whatever I don't need, I will remove it. So hotels I do not need. This monument still Google Maps layer I do not need. I just need the elevation layer. So I will just keep the output HH, which is my elevation layer. So I will write it elevation here, and that unit is in meters. So I will write meter as well. Now this band 1 I don't want to represent, so I will remove it. Okay. So you can see you cannot remove it fully, so you can just use some space. Now the first button, like this 2329, so if you want to represent, change that font as well. So for that you can go to elevation, so this page width and page height, it means this page means this thing, width and height. So you can increase the height also. Remove this. And if you want to change these things, then you cannot do it from here, but you can do it from the original layer setting. So properties, here you can set -40, and then what I want to show is instead of this 2300, I will write, so it became 2300. So here also it will become 2300. Okay, I will keep it over here. Now here, if I don't want to keep this white background, then again I will go down, I will remove this background, and I will use this like this. Again, to make it consistent, I will change the fonts also. Okay, and making the size a little bit bigger so that it visible. Okay, so this is like how you can represent the raster data. Okay, here still this elevation is not in the given font style which we have referred. So for that, I mean, you have to go to legend only, then font and text setting like we did there. So we change the item labels. So there you have to go and change. So basically you should know from where to change the different things. Make it bold. And then these are the item labels, and then this will be a group headings. So now you will use this group headings and all when you deal with the raster data sets. So subgroup heading, this is our subgroup heading. And in between, if you want to remove something also, you can change it. Okay, so this is like we can represent this thing. If you want to remove this thing also, then you can click on this remove button, so it will remove that as well. Now in this, if you want to edit, I think height prefix you can add. like this thing, elevation layer. So basically these units are in meters. So if you want to add 2300 meter, then you can add like this also, rather than writing elevation units there. Minimum, maximum value, number format if you want to change, text format you want to change. So you can do that as well. I mean, you just have to explore the various things when you do it. And sometimes if this is not available in this continuous way, then what you can do is you can use any shape, such as let's say rectangle, and you can generate a rectangle like this. And then after, what you can do is you can go to styles and you can go to the configuration, and then simple fill. Instead of simple fill, you go to the gradient fill. So after going to gradient fill, you can select the same color which you have selected over here, your color ramp. So here I will see my color ramp is terrain. So I will select this, and then you can add the details by your text if you are interested in manually adding these things by yourself. So this is also one way if you are not getting this properly. Okay, so this is all about like preparing a map and different kinds of layout, raster and vector data, adding legends and other details as well. Now, any doubt till this point? Anyone? So I think this is in a nutshell how you can prepare a map. Now, what you can do is you can, if you want to make it automation also, you can do that as well here. Uh, then there are if you want to put some layer, group some layers, bring it forward, bring it backward, like you do, you edit the image. You can do that stuff. If something is not visible here, you can add the view button and you can change the how you can see the maps as well. Editing, this is normal editing options, zoom in, cut, copy, paste, pane layout, and all those things. And this is how you can save, and you can export it not as an image but as a SVG file, PDF file, and you can print it directly as well. So yeah, this is all about preparing a map in a QGIS window. I think it's clear with everyone, and you can make good plots by yourself as well now. Any questions, anyone that you want to ask? So I think now we will do the discussions only. So if you have any discussions, you want to discuss anything, we can do it. Yeah, this floor is now open for the question answers. So I request everyone to ask questions. If not question, then yeah, you can tell about how you are using this QGIS, what kind of projects you have done, or at least you can introduce yourself, those who have not introduced before. Yeah, any questions, anyone? Or any feedback that you want to give on the sessions, how we are conducting? Any, if you think that pace is going fast or slow or medium, any suggestions on that as well are welcome. So please try to interact as we want to hear you, your problems. Uh, in between also any class, if you feel any doubt here, so just unmute yourself and ask the questions if we are going any fast in any point of time. So I think if there is no questions further, then what we can do is we can end this meeting now. If you have any questions, you can ask me on mail. I will respond to them, try to respond them as quickly as possible. Some of you have asked me regarding the courses for water resource and modeling a water cycle, but currently it's not we have not reached till that point. So once we reach there, we'll discuss about that thing. So be patient with that. We'll absolutely do that with this course. Yeah. So with that, if there is no further questions, I thank you everyone for joining this class, week 4 of this problem solving session of GS class. Thank you everyone. Now I close this link. Thank you for joining.
Thank